Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting. My name's Josh Hall. This is the SCSRA Morris Customs Truck Series. Happy New Year's, everybody. Glad to be back here. I've got my partner in the booth here tonight, Brian Canuti. Brian, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Just looking forward to getting back into the action and watching some great racing tonight.
For sure. As we got trucks out on track, getting practice underway. I do apologize. I'm working on getting the time and scoring back up and running. It looks like there might be an error. But we're trying to get that up and running so we can have timing up there for you. But currently up at the top of the board is the 21 at Dustin Dean, Cody Moore, second fastest here in practice, then David Hutzma, Devin Bacino, and Jake McCarty. Brian, Charlotte Motor Speedway, a bit of a tricky track for some. It's a fast, almost wide open track for a lot of the time. What can you tell us about the track and how the fuel run is going to be for these boys tonight?
It's definitely going to be a difficult track, especially in the heat, hot weather. Usually when we race here, we're racing when it's nighttime out, so a lot more grip. It's going to be hot and slick out here today. After about 10, 15 laps, people are going to start sliding all over the place, so you're going to have a lot of comers and goers. I think the people that can save the tires the most are going to be the ones that end up winning this race and out front. And tires really not much of an issue. You've got an extra set of tires over top of a fuel run, so caution comes out in a weird spot. People will be able to come down, take tires, or they can save it for later in the race and try to jump up there and get that win.
For sure. So we'll be watching for that all night long tonight. Again, we want to thank everybody who's watching us tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch. We do appreciate you joining us here tonight. Again, I do apologize as we're trying to get our timing and scoring working for us here tonight. Looks like there might be an error in the server side of things, but I'm trying everything I can to get this up and running for you guys here tonight. It looks like practice is now over. Qualifying is getting ready to go underway. We'll see who our first driver is to hit the track. It looks like it is Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence. And we'll get that up and running in just a second. For some reason, everything was going in reverse on me, but we got it back up for that. Cheeseburger's coming down across the stripe. First of 2 laps. I do apologize for the screen freaking out on me right there. We're trying to, again, if you're just joining us, we're having a little trouble with our timing and scoring. Hey, there it is. We've got
Look at that
scoring back up on the screen.
Ask and you shall receive. And as we say that, Michael Lawrence goes to the top of the board, but he is the only guy who's laid down a lap so far. Got 10 minutes. It's a longer qualifying than most people do. Most people usually do about 5 minutes. We do 10. It was just kind of instituted when the league was kind of started out as iOS, and we kind of never went away from it. Look at that Hoytsman to the top of the board.
Now Brett Merle now jumps up to the top of the board in the 11. Knocking Hoytsman right off that top spot. He was a little bit coming across the line in just a moment. Looks like Jake McCarty's getting ready to come across the line.
Yeah, Jake had a real good season last season. Got knocked out in the playoffs, I believe in the first round, but looking to have a better solid run this season, and hopefully he can string together maybe a win or two and knock himself into the playoffs.
Yeah, he just went top of the board as Hoytsma just went second quickest. Brett Merle back in third. And Austin Blaylock now making his way down into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, everybody slowed down from their practice to qualifying except for McCarty. McCarty's the only one who actually went faster.
As Blaylock comes across the stripe in that stick-it machine. And he's going to go 4th fastest. See Jeffrey Belk out on track. Coming off of turn number 4. Coming down across the stripe. Belk's going to jump up to 4th fastest on the board. Dustin Dean just goes 5th fastest. See Dean with that orange stripe on the banner indicating that he is a rookie. He's going to shut it down here. He's going to go 6th fastest as of right now. As we see Jacob Alberg coming off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Another one of the rookies here in the series.
Yeah, we got quite a few rookies here in the series this year. I'm not sure what's going on with time and scoring. It just has the R. Hopefully that goes away once we actually start racing. But yeah, we got quite a few rookies this season. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 in this race alone, and looking forward to having them around and helping them grow the series.
Cody Moore coming across the stripe to take the green flag on his first of 2 laps. Moore's one to watch here tonight. He's really good at saving tires and being there at the end, as long as strategy doesn't mess him up here tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely a really good track for Cody, that's for sure. And also another guy to look out for, Colin Willems and Devin Pacino. And also, too, a little dark horse there, Dustin Dean. Dustin Dean's always been pretty good at Charlotte before in other leagues that we ran with him. And he's another guy to watch out for.
As Cody Moore, currently 11th fastest. We'll talk about Colin Willems making his way to the green flag for his first of 2 laps. Colin Willems, I know you can't see it, but he's got his message up there. It says, Nudie, never heard of him.
Yep. Yeah, I see that.
Also, there's Devin Butchno with the Hizbullah as his profile picture there.
Yeah, he's in love with that little guy, that's for sure.
Likes to brag about his wins. Currently the winningest driver in SCSRA history with 13 wins.
Yeah, I guess I need to get out on the track a little bit more.
Jason Kraft currently up in the 8th position as he's coming across the stripe on his 2nd lap. See if he's able to improve at all. He does not. He goes a little bit slower on his 2nd lap, so he's going to stay in that 8th position.
Looks like Cody jumped up there to the 2nd spot. Then there's Colin up in 3rd now.
As Butchino comes across stripe, see if he's able to improve on his time. And he jumps up in the 3rd, knocks Colin back a spot.
Yeah, that's the 3 of the guys I said to watch out for right there in the top 5.
So only 2 trucks left to qualify. One of those trucks out on track right now. That is Eddie Morris in that Morris Customs machine. Of course, Morris Customs is the series sponsor. If you're looking for a new paint job, check out Morris Customs on Facebook. There is a link down below in the description. Check out Morris Customs. Of course, don't forget to check out our other great partners as well. We'll go over those in a few minutes, but you see Eddie Morris making his way off of turn number 4, coming down to the stripe.
This might be a pretty decent lap. He kept it right there on the bottom of 1 and 2. He has put it on pole here at Charlotte once before.
Yep, currently 10th on his 1st lap. Let's see if he's able to improve here on his 2nd lap.
Yeah, he was just a little bit too far up off the bottom there. I don't know if that's going to cut it. Hopefully he can have a better 3 and 4.
He wrecks it there across the line. And just one driver left to qualify. That is Michael Provolt, as we have just under 2.5 minutes left here in qualifying. Of course, we want to thank all of our great partners here tonight Of course, Race EPI for all your iRacing setups and coaching needs. Check out raceepi.com for all your Intensity merchandise, including hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs, not just of Intensity, but some novelty t-shirts as well. Underwear, we've got that too. Check out intensitybroadcasting.com. You can also find some league merchandise there. Pick up an SCSRA t-shirt. They got them there. Of course, we also want to thank our great partner over at Butt Kicker. Of course, Butt Kicker is an established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel ultra-low frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. The patented design makes them incredibly accurate, powerful, and virtually indestructible. The Gamer Plus is the new and upgraded sim racing haptic that reproduces immersive, accurate, and powerful sim racing, flight sim, and gaming effects. To check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out which one's right for you, visit thebuttkicker.com. And of course, they don't just have gaming haptics. They make some nice speakers you can put in or around your couch to get some haptics going for when you're watching movies or listening to music, watching your shows. So you can check that all out at thebuttkicker.com. Well, it looks like we have just under a minute left here in qualifying. Now, it looks like Jake McCarty is going to hold on to that pole position.
Yeah, definitely a nice lap for Jake. That's for sure. Cody, great lap. The whole top five, great laps, or top six, even great laps for all of them. Hoytsman, right up there with four of the fast guys. Hopefully they can really, hopefully he can hang right with them and show some of these veterans what a rookie can do.
Yeah, two rookies up in the top 10. And it looks like 5 rookies in the top 15. So pretty good showing for the rookies out here tonight. As we are getting ready to grid them up here tonight. And here we go. We'll take a look at our starting grid. And as we just mentioned, Jake McCarty will be starting on the pole with Cody Moore to his outside in position number 2. Devin Bucchino rolls off third with Colin Willems and David Hoytsma rounding out your top 5.
You got Brett Merle in 6th place, Jeffrey Belk in 7th, Jacob Aldred in 8th place, Zachary Cox in 9th, and Eddie Morris rounding out the top 10.
Rolling off from the 11th position will be the 21 of Dustin Dean, with Jason Kraft in 23 rolling off in 12th. Edward Manning in the 69, he'll roll off 13th, with Joseph Wright in the 14th position, and his brother David Wright rolling off from 15th.
In 16th place, we got Timothy Stubblefield, another rookie, followed by Brian Merrill Jr. In 18th position, we have Austin Blaylock. 19th, Michael Lawrence. In 20th, we got Derek Chaput, and rounding out the field is Michael Provel.
So as the pace car starts to roll off and the field starts to form up here on the front stretch, will be one lap until we get this race underway here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Under the hot North Carolina sun. Let's take a look at the weather for the race here tonight. You can see it is 79 degrees. That makes the track temp 132 degrees as that sun beats down on the track. So watch for these drivers to really slip slide around. Partly cloudy. You know, the cloud cover could come across and tighten up the track a little bit. We'll be watching all night long to see how this track changes as we get ready.
It's going to be hot and slick, and it's going to be a great race. I'm looking forward to this one. They're going to be sliding all over the place.
For sure, it's going to be a fantastic race. That is for sure. And our stage tonight is lap 40, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yep, lap number 40. Hopefully nobody gets a restart violation here. I'm not sure if Jake has done the new league rules yet. We will see if he gets a penalty here.
So here we go, waiting for that green flag to come in the air, and he is in the air. We are racing here at Charlotte, and a good jump for McCartney as he makes his way.
Oh, 97's already around.
Off the field. That's David Hoytsma down onto pit road as he got turned right on the initial start. No caution. Let's take a look real quick to see what happened. It looks like he might have got run over from Jeffrey Belk. Looks like he might have missed a shift here. Yeah, you can see the trucks just slow down. Missed a shift. I think it was Zachary Cox going down through the grass to avoid it as well.
Yeah, a little bit of a checkup there. Hopefully, well, they'll be able to get back out there, make sure he doesn't go a lap down, but hopefully he can stay on the lead lap. We got that stage coming. Get himself right back in this thing. Hopefully there wasn't too much damage done to his truck.
So right now, McCarty out in front of Cody Moore. Moore starting to run down that 10 machine already.
Yeah, hopefully McCarty doesn't burn off his tires here, just trying to stay out in front of Cody. Those guys are already starting to back off. They don't like McCarty's pace, and we'll see if they end up blowing back by him here in a few laps.
A little further back, we see Dave Wright trying to get around the 23 of Jason Kraft. Oh, and one truck just bouncing off the
Looks
wall.
like Dustin Dean in the wall there.
Yeah, Dustin Dean just made a little contact with the wall.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a little bit of damage on that right front, but I think he's going to be all right. I don't think damage is going to be too bad. He might be okay. Belk's got a lot of damage to the front end of that truck when he got back into Hoytsman.
Yeah, so watch that truck to really be struggling right now.
Oh, Dustin Dean's actually got a lot more damage than I initially thought. Did he get into the back of Belk? Or where did he get that damage at?
I'll have to check that out in just a few moments.
Yeah, he's able to motor right on by. Yeah, something's wrong with Belk. Not sure if he's blowing up. He just pulled it down to the infield.
Looks like he might be making his way down on the pit road, which he is. Looks like you said, a lot of damage to that 54 machine.
Yeah, he might have hit the fuel window and he just said, screw it, I'm going to come in, take 4 tires, or top off fuel, use my fast repair, and try to stay on the lead lap once everybody else has to pit.
Brett Burrow trying to run down Colin Willems. Currently, these two run third and fourth, nose to tail. Brett's a little bit better into the corner. Looks like Colin's a little better coming off the corner. And as I say that, Merle runs right up on the back bumper of Willems off of turn number 4. He's trying to set him up for a pass here down into turn number 1.
It's going to be hard to pass on the bottom of the track, that's for sure. These trucks really got to keep them wound up, and the high side is king around this track. Might not be the fastest way around the track if you're by yourself, but if you're around another car, you really got to make them work for it, and you got to make them try to go on the inside. Otherwise, if you give them the outside, they're just going to motor right on by you.
Dustin Dean also making his way down on pit road. Looks like he's getting some damage fixed right now. I don't know if he's taking a reset or what here, but he's just sitting here on pit road, and I still see some damage on the front of that truck.
Yeah, it's Ottawa. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Maybe he forgot to check his fast repair and had mandatory damage repair. Wasn't able to just do some optional, so who knows?
So Brett Merrill just got around. Colin Williams moves himself up into the 3rd position. And right behind we see teammate and team owner Devin Buccino running back in 5th. So a great showing for Neon right now, running 1-3-5.
Yeah, it's all Neon and YXU for the top 5, and then right there in the 5th spot or the 6th spot, we got my my teammate in the Xfinity Series, Mr. Eddie Morris.
Did you just say YXU?
Oh, sorry, not YXU, CCM. My bad. Sorry, guys. Still love you.
And we've got Cody Moore in that wasted wages machine, and then Colin Willems also in that wasted wages machine. So Eddie Morris, the first CCM driver, runs back in the 6th position. And you got Joe Wright, another CCM driver, currently running back in 10th. Following his brother Dave around right now. Both those drivers, how about Dave Wright, already up 6 spots from where he started due to a couple drivers having some issues.
Yeah, having a great run so far. They're about 10 laps into this thing, and now we're really going to start seeing who saved their tires and who chewed them up.
As Colin Williams making his way back around the 11 of Brett Merle on that low side. So move Willems back up into the 3rd spot. And it looked like Brett was trying to cross him over again. Here comes Devin Butchino taking a look down to the inside of the 11.
Yeah, I think the 11 just chewed his tires up. He's going to start falling back here, and everybody that did save their tires is just going to start motoring right on by.
As you mentioned, it's really easy to chew up tires at this track because you're on the gas for so long. This track has so much grip, and you feel like you're Superman out there on those fresh tires. But as the laps wind down, you realize that you just gave up all that time trying to make moves that really weren't necessary.
Yeah, when your tires, but at this track, it's definitely the right front that takes the biggest beating. And coming off of turn 4, that's when you can really tell when they're really getting tight off of turn 4. That's when you tell the tires are gone, and it just kills your lap time.
Out front, still Jake McCarty pulling away from Cody Moore a little bit. Last time by, Moore ran just a little bit quicker, but not significantly. McCarty ran a 32.09 to a 32.06. Colin Willems with a 32.10. So top 3, pretty much top 5 really running all the same times right now.
Yeah, he's doing a great job out there up front. Look at that. We got Eddie passing Brett as well. Yeah, Brett's just dropping like a rock at this point.
Looks like Joe Wright trying to make a move on his brother Dave as he's slowly catching the 84 machine. And Brett Merle continues to slide backwards. He's got the 00 of Jacob Allbeard right there on the back bumper. And right behind him, the other rookie, Jason Kraft, trying to follow him right on through.
Yeah, definitely looking like these two rookies saved their tires. And, man, that 00 just looks like... Doesn't it look like an 11? It looks like there's another 11 out there. Every time I look at it, I think it's Brett, and then I got to remember that he's got a bright neon-colored car.
And you take a look at that 00 machine. That is a Morris Customs design right there, so it gives you an idea of what those Morris Custom trucks are going to look like. There's one for you right there.
Beautiful paint, you won't forget it. Regret it.
Jake McCarty now has Cody Moore right there on the back bumper.
Yeah, looks like it might be go time now. Looks like we're at lap 17. Yeah, this is when the tires are really going to fall off. If you weren't saving your tires at all, you fell off earlier. If you were saving them a little bit, this is where it's going to start falling off. And if you were really saving them, you're going to start moving to the front at this point, from this point forward until the end of this run.
Another battle back here a little bit as Brett Merle's continuing that backward slide. Just got passed by the 23 of Jason Kraft. So Merle, who was running up in the top 3 just a few laps ago, finds himself in the 8th position and about to fall victim to the Wright brothers. So Jeffrey Belk is back on track. He is 1 lap down. Dustin Dean is out there as well. Currently I believe he's 2 laps down. Trying to watch my scoring coming around here. And yep, Dustin Dean is currently 2 laps down. Looks like Dave Hoytsma has retired from the race. Yep, you see the out there next to his name. So fortunately for him, after having that slide through the grass, finds himself out of the race here tonight at Charlotte.
Yeah, that's pretty painful. He had a great qualifying, great qualifying run, and was really looking forward to see what he can do out there on a long run and seeing if he can hang with all these veterans out there.
Eddie Morris taking a look up to the high side of Devin Butchno. As they are side by side through turns 3 and 4. You were talking about that high lane having the advantage. And it looks like he's going to be able to clear Butch as he goes down into turn number 1, and he will clear that 68 machine. So move Eddie Morris up 6 positions up into the 4th spot.
Yeah, he did a great job saving his tires. He is probably one of the fastest trucks on the track right now.
Last time by, he ran a 32.74. And yeah, he is one of the fastest trucks out there. Your leader ran a 32.70. Cody Moore ran a 68. Willems ran a 66. So your top 4 all running some blazing fast laps out there. Talking about some drivers putting some laps down right now. Another driver who's putting down some fast laps, even though he's not near the front, but someone who saved some tires. How about Brian Merle Jr. in the 13 machine? I know it says 74 on the screen. You can ignore that. He has switched over to the 13. And last time by, he was as fast as the leaders. So he's making his way through the field as well, as McCarty now has that 52 of Cody Moore right back there on the back bumper.
Yeah, looking like it's time to pounce, time to go. Try to get out there, try to get that stage win. I'm not sure if they do have to pit before the stage is out. I did not get that information, unfortunately. But we will see. We got another 17 laps to go.
Of course, 3 sets of tires on pit road. As Joe Wright and Dave Wright riding side by side.
I feel like these two have been battling pretty much the whole race.
For sure. Brothers used to be teammates. Now they're battling for position on track as Joe Wright has that high side advantage, and he's going to slide right on by his brother Eddie Morris, getting around Colin Willems. Now Morris is up into the 3rd position.
Morris did an absolute amazing job saving his tires, and he is flying right now.
Morris a little bit quicker than Cody Moore, but Jake McCarty holding on up there. Currently the fastest truck on the track. Well, one of the fastest trucks on the track. Last time by, your fastest truck was actually the 00 of Jake Alberg. So this 00 showing some speed here late in this run. And we are working lap 25 of 100. Just 15 laps to go before the stage end. Eddie Morris trying to get every point he can.
Yeah, you get 10 points for getting the stage win. That goes towards the regular season. Then you get that 1 playoff point that will carry you through all the playoffs to the final round. It's just nice to have that extra point there because sometimes it literally comes down to just 1 point, 1 position.
Again, that's all it can take, especially if you're in the playoffs there and you're trying to move on to the next round. We've seen where 1 point can make all the difference.
Yeah, I missed, I believe I missed getting into the championship round last season by 3 points. So just 3 positions on track. It's not much, but it's enough.
We didn't go over our point standings before the race. You see Eddie Morris is your points leader with that win last week at Daytona. Atlee Atman-Weiss sits back in 2nd. He's not in the race here tonight, taking one of his drop weeks. Jeffrey Belk in 3rd. Cody Moore, Zach Cox, your top 5. So you can see just how much those stage points can make a difference. And two rookies up in the top 12, both Jason Kraft and Timothy Stubblefield.
Yeah, hopefully they can continue their good runs and get themselves some more points and get themselves higher up in the standings. Try and get themselves locked into those playoffs.
Speaking of good runs, here comes Eddie Morris. He is on the back bumper of Cody Moore. Cody's trying to make that truck as wide as he can. He's got that orange machine stalking him now down into turn number 3.
Yeah, Jake McCarty is doing a heck of a job. I honestly thought his pace might have been a little bit too much, but he is really doing an awesome job out there out in front.
Eddie trying to take a look up to the high side of Cody Moore, but just not close enough to try to make that move just yet. And you're right, Jake McCarty just staying about a half second out in front of the rest of the field. And how about this? Jacob Albert. Albert looking down to the inside of Devin Bucchino.
Yeah, he's doing an awesome job. Looks like he's climbed himself up there to 6th spot, trying to get there at 5th. Really get some good points here for the stage coming up, 10 laps.
It looks like Austin Blaylock trying to get around the 84 of Dave Wright. He's in that low lane. He's going to be able to clear the 84 off a turn. Well, I thought he was going to be able to clear the 84. Dave Wright battling back hard on that high lane as Jake McCarty hits pit road.
Yep, looks like those other guys might have just been trying to save enough fuel, maybe get it to the end. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be able to make it. No, we got the 68 pit in as well. I think everybody's going to be coming down in the next few laps.
Yep, so Cody Moore takes over the lead with the Neon Boys pitting. Michael Profel, Timothy Stubblefield, and Zachary Cox all on pit road as well. We'll see if Cody or Eddie hit pit road this time by. You know who's not going to have to hit pit road? The 54 of Belk and the 21 of Dustin Dean.
Yeah, they're going to be good to go and get that lap back. If everybody has to pit, we don't know what these guys might have up their sleeves.
Well, that could save both Belk and Dean here, because Belk will be able to get his lap back, and then Dean will be the lucky dog to get himself back on the lead lap. So we'll see how these last few laps play out.
Seems like they definitely got 4 tires and fuel, because they ended up going, or at least the 10 went a lap down for sure. I'm not exactly sure if he accidentally filled that thing full of fuel or took 4 tires and everything. It only needed a splash just to make it a few laps. So I'm not sure if McCarty screwed up or not.
McCarty's pit stop was only 5.8 seconds. Devin Bucchino's pit stop was 10.7.
Okay. Never mind. I guess they just should only take fuel only, but I'm surprised.
Was 11.2. Zachary Cox took 4. Jason Kraft, I think something happened to him. He had 23-second stop. And then Brown
like a
Jr. also had a
penalty.
5-second stop. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence making his way down onto pit road. So it looks like a mixture of strategy.
Pit road to get onto.
It is a very tricky pit road to get onto. That is for sure.
And the laps are winding down, but well, I guess the later that you come in, the less fuel you got to put in it, the less time you're on pit road. So this probably is a smart thing. If you're not taking any tires, you want to stretch it as long as you can go.
Yeah, Colin Williams got back around Eddie Morris, so I think Eddie might be in a little bit of fuel conservation mode. Last time by, he ran a 33.5, and Jacob Albert, who's going around him right now, just ran a 32.9. As Brett Merle now makes his way down onto pit road, down to his pit stall.
Oh, almost missed it.
Did almost miss his pit stall, but got in cleanly, so Looks like our top 10 or top 9 still out there on track. As they cross the line this time, they'll have just 3 laps to go in the stage.
Yeah, they got to come this time by, or otherwise they can't come into the pits after that because the pits will be closed. Yeah, it's gonna have to be this time by, or they're running this thing till the end.
You hear any chatter on the radio there, or everybody just kind of keeping it quiet right now and not giving their secrets out?
I don't have the radio on. I got it off because it back feeds through the mic, and then you guys will be hearing them talk the whole time.
That's true. As Colin Williams now coming to the back bumper of Cody Moore, and these 2 drivers are going to battle here for the stage win, as they will not be able to pit as pit road has closed.
Yeah, I am surprised that they were able to save this much fuel. I guess everybody was just pushing so hard, and these guys were just cruising the whole time. That's going to be bad news for all those guys. All the Neon guys that pitted, they're all lapped down. Now Wasted Wages pretty much has this race pretty much in control.
So this is the last lap of the stage.
As long as they don't run out of fuel, they have control of this race.
And Cody Moore making his way into turn number 3. Cross the line, and Cody Moore is going to shut it off right there at the line. He's going to win the stage. Colin Williams comes home second. Jacob Alberg comes home in third. Eddie Morris in fourth. Joe Wright back in fifth. Dave Wright in sixth. Austin Blaylock in the 7th position. Derek Chaput stays out there, comes across the line in 8th. Edward Manning in 9th. And Jake McCarty 1 lap down, but ends up taking that final stage point. And you know what? That also is going to trap a bunch of cars a lap down here.
Yeah, a lot of cars a lap down.
Well, they will be able to take the wave around because they'll be able to stay out and take that wave around, but they're going to have about 10 lap older tires than the rest of the
fuel.
field.
They also don't have any fuel. That's the big thing. Oh no, they can come in and top off now, or you take the wave around, no tires, no fuel, pray for a caution. I guess we're going to see what's going to happen here. This is really going to mix up the race.
And Joe Wright on pit road. I don't think pit road was open yet because Colin Williams is still on track. So I think Joe Wright had to come down pit road along with Edward Manning because they were out of fuel. Same with Derek Chaput. Oh, Derek Chaput has a bunch of damage on his truck.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there. It didn't look like he had any damage when the stage ended.
Colin Williams is back behind the pace car. And while pit stops are going on, let's bring it back to the initial start. And let's see if we can see what happened here to Dustin Dean. Dustin Dean is right here behind Zach Cox. And that's where the damage comes from. Zachary Cox checked up to keep from running into the back of Belk. And Dustin Dean got into the back of the 51. So that's where the damage to the 21 came from. And then Dustin Dean actually almost ran into the back of Belk. Going down, actually, they did make a little bit of contact going down into turn number 1.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of net code going into one there.
So that's what brought got that damage from those drivers. Colin Williams, first one on and off of pit road. Joe Wright did enter a closed pit, so I believe he's going to be falling to the tail end of the line when we get the one to go here. Cody Moore also off pit road.
Yeah, we got a lot of trucks a lap down.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow night. Atlee Hatman Weiss will have the call as the SCSRA Dev Sports Cards Xfinity Series will be taking on Iowa Speedway for some short track racing. Not going to want to miss that. So tune in tomorrow night right here on Intensity Broadcasting. Of course, we also have our new series started up on Sunday nights. That is the INSS, which is a street stock league. They're already halfway through their season. This weekend, they'll be taking on Myrtle Beach Speedway. So if you like some short track action, tune in Sunday night starting at 8 p.m. here on Intensity Broadcasting.
So how many trucks is that looking like that we're getting the wave around here?
All of them?
Yeah.
Let's see. In front of Collins, so we've got Derek Chaput going to get a wave around here. Austin Blaylock, Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence, Jason Kraft, Zachary Cox, and Dustin Dean.
Oh, we had one just disappear there. Oh, no, he's back.
I'm sorry, that's not Dustin Dean. That is the 79 of Timothy Stubblefield, who will also be getting a wave around here. Stubblefield is a couple laps down. He's being scored, I believe, 5 laps down right now. I believe he might have had a pit road speeding penalty, and that's why he is back there. But he's going to get one of those laps back now.
Yeah, those guys are just praying for a caution because if this thing just goes green, they're gonna have to do some really weird pit strategy to try to make that try to make a 2-stopper work from here on out.
Yeah, Joe Wright back on pit road, topping off his fuel. Figured he had that penalty where he's gonna have to start from the rear anyways. So come down, get fuel, try to extend that that last run as far as you can. See Dave Wright peeling off a pit road as well.
Well, what we know from what they just did with that first stage is now we know that you only need one more pit stop to make it to the end. So if this thing goes green, only one more stop for these leaders. That's all they're going to need to do. All these guys got the wave around. They are going to have to pit twice no matter what. So they're hoping for a caution, or I'd maybe run 10, 15 laps, no caution. Everybody starts getting spread out. I would just come in, take 4 tires, be one of the fastest trucks out there. That's what I would do if I was one of those guys that just got the wave around.
I see Colin Willems out there taking the outside for this restart, putting Eddie Morris down on the low side. So Colin Willems will be your control truck as they make their way down to the Geico restart zone. Eddie Morris to the inside. Then Cody Moore, Jeffrey Belk back in row number 2, and that's exactly what I said. Belk had this worked out in his favor. Although Belk is way in the back right now, even though he's being scored in 4th. Green flag is back in the air, and we are back racing.
Definitely caught Eddie Moore sleeping on that restart.
See Devin Butchino, who is right up here in the mix, but he is currently 1 lap down. So we talked about all the drivers 1 lap down, but Devin Butchino is the first driver 1 lap down. His teammate Jake McCarty also a lap down right behind, and Brett Merle. So the 3 Neon drivers all battling for the lucky dog.
Oh, they're in the wall.
Up into the wall, it's Brett Merle. Heavy contact with the outside wall. As they go down into turn number 1, Dustin Dean right behind it. Oh,
he's around. No,
he's hard into the outside wall. No caution though. We stay green.
Wow.
But heavy. You see the smoke pouring out of this 11 machine. Hopefully he still has his reset, because if he does not, his day will be done.
Yeah, another bad night for Brett, unfortunately.
I'm going to rewind and take a look at this from the blimp here as we see exactly what happened. We saw him get really loose getting down into the corner. Doesn't look like any contact. Just the back end comes around on him. Comes right down into his brother. And then comes back across the track. and then makes contact with Dave Wright. And again, a lot of damage to that 11 machine.
Yep, and no caution, unfortunately, and the race goes on. I'll tell you what, all those guys who got that waiver, I would have loved to have seen that caution right there.
Now, how much damage does the 13 of Brian Merle Jr. have as he has Jeffrey Belk working around the outside? Again, Belk is in the 4th position, but you see how far back he is on track. So he is currently being shown 2 seconds behind the leaders, running back in the 4th position. And yeah, it doesn't look like too much damage to this 13 truck. A little bit scuff on the right side, but it looks like he's in okay shape.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Just right there behind the number, got a little paint scuff. But other than that, body work looks good. I think he's going to be just A-okay.
Jeffrey Belk trying to work down to the inside of the 00 of Jacob Alberg, running back in the 16th position. Up front, Colin Willems leads Cody Moore and Eddie Morris. Eddie Morris is a second back behind this group. He's got, well, it looks like Brett Merle is back out on track, so he did have a reset. The 10 of Jake McCarty is right there. McCarty is being shown in the 12th position, 1 lap down.
Yeah, tough break for McCarty and all the Neon guys coming down there thinking that everybody had to pit. And unfortunately, not everybody had to pit. Well, actually, pretty much bad luck for everybody. There's 3 guys that pretty much have control of this race as far as I'm concerned.
Battle back here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Austin Blaylock, Jason Kraft, and Derek Chaput all battling for position back here. Right behind Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence, who's running in the 6th position.
Yeah, it's a great battle side by side. I am surprised that they're making the bottom line work on the 23 right now. The high side, you just get such a huge run, and it's really easy to defend on that high side.
Or could Jason Kraft just be trying to save a little bit of fuel here? The Myrtle Beach native trying to, or falling back now into the 9th position. But again, he might be just trying to save those tires and save that fuel for the end. And as I say that, he does a crossover here on Derek Chaput, trying to get him back into the 8th position.
Yeah, he is one of those guys that did get the wave around, so maybe he is trying to save some fuel, maybe just hoping and praying for that caution. But if I was these guys, I'd be coming to the pits any lap now just to get 4 tires and get back out there, and hopefully I can run them back down and maybe get a lucky caution right after those other guys have to pit.
So Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence runs back in the 6th position, but he's got a hard charging Austin Blaylock coming into the picture now as they work down to the inside of Stubblefield. And a little battle back here as well, as this is Jacob Alberg and Brian Merle Jr. battling for the 16th and 17th position. And I was expecting this 00 to do great things. He was up front showing some speed, chasing down the leaders, and just got caught up in the pits around the pit stops.
Yeah, the pit cycle debacle. Circa 2023.
You see Cheeseburger going around the 51 of Zachary Cox.
Yeah, it's a great battle between these 5.
Drivers you normally don't see running up front, but having a great battle right now. As Cheeseburger moves himself solidly up into the 5th position. Austin Blaylock trying to taking a look down underneath Zachary Cox.
Looks like Belk gained a little bit on those leaders. Looks like we got 4 people in play now for this win if it goes green.
Well, Jeffrey Belk is seeing him, yeah, he's just about a second behind Eddie Morris now, so he's trying to make something happen as Cox is stuck on the high side, and Cox is getting freight train right now.
Yeah, everybody's just blowing by Cox on the low side there, and maybe I don't know if he's trying to save some fuel or what's going. He is really loose going into the corner there. Wow, I thought he was going around there.
Cox with a big wiggle right there through the quad oval, and he's going to tuck in behind Joe Wright. Now Joe's going to take a look down to the inside of Derek Chaput. And this is a battle for position. So only 4 cars on the lead lap. Actually, make that 9 cars on the lead lap, excuse me.
9 cars in the lead lap of 4 cars pretty much run away with it. All those the other 5 are all have older tires. I got the wave around. And, but they're all right here in this pack right here.
Yeah, Blaylock with a great move to the outside of Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence to take over that 5th position. Can he hold it? He's going to drive off on that high side. Meanwhile, we've got a battle up front. It's Colin Willems has Devin Bucciano trying to go around the outside to get his lap back the hard way.
Man, if he can get that lap back the hard way, that would be an awesome job.
I mean, he is in the lucky dog position, so he really doesn't have to push as hard as he is right now. But if he does, in fact, get the lucky dog, if he does, in fact, get the lap back the hard way, that helps out his teammate, Jake McCarty, who would take over as the lucky dog position. So I understand why Bucciano's racing Colin Willems as hard as he is right now, because he wants to get his teammate that lucky dog if the yellow is to come out.
Yeah, here we go. He's going to get him this time coming off of turn 4. He's got a great run going down the backstretch. He's going to enter in side by side with him, and he's going to be able to pull it coming off of turn 4. He should be in front of the leader this time by.
Willems, though, battling hard on the inside, and Cody Moore is right there in position as well. These 3 trucks all look so similar as they go down into the corner. All this yellow and black trucks here.
Yeah, Cody needs to change that paint. Every time I see that truck, I think it's one of the neon guys. Wow, that was pretty close. I thought Devin was going to be able to get him. He is not able to get it. He's just eating up his tires trying to make this pass.
Wasn't there a song about that, Black and Yellow?
Yeah. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Hey, we don't need a DMCA banning here, so be careful how good you sing that.
Oh, you don't got to worry about me singing good.
Here's Eddie Morris sliding up into the mix as well, as he's now trying to run down Cody and Colin.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Devin got his tires too hot there. Just starting to fall back a little bit now, and now Eddie's making the pass on him, and actually it looks like he's going to complete it as well.
Devin thought about making that crossover move, but he's going to tuck in behind Eddie. Maybe try to follow Eddie up to the front as Colin Willems continues the lead here. As we are approaching halfway. Actually, I take that back. We are past halfway, because halfway would have been 55. Ooh,
10 past halfway.
Issue for Brett Merle back on pit road. Says that he had some issues. Let's see what happened to the 11 here. Right in front of the leaders, too, and looks like he just pulled off onto the backstretch and hit that reset button. It looks like the 11 will be out of the race.
Yep, looks like he's calling it a night.
As Cody Moore has passed Colin Willems for the lead. Let's take a look to see how he did it. Sets him up through the quad oval down into turn number 1, and Colin just lets his teammate by because he saw that he was just a little bit quicker. And now Colin's got to deal with the hard-charging 8 of Eddie Morris.
I'm actually very surprised in how the bottom is actually prevailing so much here.
Well, with the slick track, that bottom lane, you're sliding the rear end a little bit more. So down on the bottom, you're going to put that little extra wheel in it and actually slide the back end just a little bit. So that's probably why these drivers are able to hold that bottom line and keep the speed up.
Yeah, that must be it.
Let's ride along here with Eddie Morris and take a look at his wheel, and you see pretty much not really moving that wheel all that much.
Yeah, he's got a very quick ratio in his wheel, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know he said he runs 8-to-1 pretty much everywhere now. But you see just how little he's moving that wheel. Holding a really pretty wheel here off of turn number 4.
Yeah, he's doing a great job hanging right with these guys.
Yeah, right behind Eddie, we saw the 21 of Dustin Dean. And, oh no, it's Devin Butchino right behind. And Dustin Dean not too far behind as well. So circle around the truck here. See him right up against the wall here, coming down the backstretch, trying to run Colin Williams back down. And now we're at the point of the race where everybody's just kind of spreading out just a little bit.
Everybody's spreading out except for this top 3. This top 3 is tight, and they are putting on a heck of a show.
Jeffrey Belku was running down the leaders earlier, now finds himself falling back off of Eddie Morris, currently in the 4th position and almost 4 seconds back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was able to take tires with everybody else as well?
No, I believe he was last on pit road. Yeah, he was. He was able to get down pit road and take tires. He was last on pit road on lap 43.
Okay, yeah, he just must have burned up his tires trying to get through the traffic, trying to get to that front 3.
Eddie Morris trying to run down Colin Williams now. Right there on that back bumper, trying to make something happen. As we are nearing the conclusion and nearing green flag pit stops. We know that they can go about 40 laps. They were last on pit road on lap 42, so I expect...
Looked like somebody was just coming off the pit road. Sorry. Yeah, so looked like somebody was just coming off the pits.
Yep, that was Timothy Stubblefield just making his way off of pit road. Just came down a few laps ago.
So looking like we might be in the fuel window for all those guys that got the wave around right now.
Yeah, because there's about 37 laps to go. We know they can run at least 40, so I do expect to start seeing people hitting pit road within the next lap or two. It looks like Cody Moore, I saw him running down on that blue line. I thought he was going to make his way down to pit road, but he stays out on track. Little battle here between Jason Kraft and Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence. This is for the 8th position. As Kraft has caught that 47 machine. And Jake McCarty now on pit road. Here comes the 23 Kraft on the pit road as well. And, oh, Zach Cox runs into the back of the 23 trying to get down on the pit road.
It looks like Cox just spun out himself, caused himself some more damage. Rough day for Cox.
Cox trying to get everything he could coming on the pit road, pounds it in there, but just not able to get it low down, and uses the 23 as a brake getting down on the pit road. So we should start seeing more pit roads or more cars hitting pit road now.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more people hit pit road, but it's going to be a chess game with these 3 up front, because these 3, in their mind, they're only racing each other. They don't care what anybody else is doing. I think once one person pits, everybody else is going to pit either that lap or the next lap.
Morris down to the inside of Colin Williams, trying to take over that 2nd spot. Down into turn number 1, and Morris is going to clear the 17. And he's going to set his sights on Cody Moore. Can Eddie go back to back?
That would be something. He's not really known for mile and a half tracks, but he is putting on a heck of a show tonight and doing a heck of a job. Looks like Colin Williams is coming into the pits.
Yep, Colin Williams on pit road. Devin Butchino also down on pit road.
I'll bet you Cody Moore is probably going to be coming in this time by.
Right along here with Cody, see if he makes his way down onto pit road. And this will give you a great view of just how tight it is getting onto this pit road here.
Yeah, he's coming down this time by down to see fourth gear.
coming
No, he's
off.
staying out. Wow, I thought he was coming down just by his mannerisms when he was going down the back stretch. Looked like he went down the low side a little bit. Not sure if he was calling it out or not, but I thought he was coming maybe this time by any lap now.
Great view off the back bumper of the 52 machine, right on the roof. So he makes his way down into turn number 3. Picks up the throttle, and here he comes down on the pit
Here we
road
go.
this time.
Third gear, second gear. Second gear. And oh, did he get busted speeding? That was pretty close if he didn't.
That's going to give the lead over to Eddie Morris.
Eddie needs to pit this time by. If he lets that lead stretch out anymore, he's not going to be able to recoup that. He needs a pit now, or otherwise he has no chance to run down Cody after this one.
Down into turn number 3. See the speed coming down on the pit road. Eddie Morris right at the line. Hits it perfectly.
Well executed coming to pit road. He got that point for leading the lap. Maybe he just wanted that. Cody coming off pit road.
So Cody was able to not speed on pit road, but Colin Willems just drove by Cody, and he's out into the lead by at least 3 seconds now.
That's those couple extra laps did. Those couple laps are they're just so huge.
Yep, Jeffrey Belk on pit road now as well. We see Eddie Morris. Jack is dropped. He's on pit road. Where is he going to come out as Derek Chaput took over the lead, and now he is on pit road. Eddie off of pit road. Colin Willems has just gone by. Cody Moore goes by the 8 as well, so Eddie's going to be back in that 3rd position. And he's going to be quite a bit behind both Colin and Cody here, but he's got a little bit fresher tires.
Yeah, a little bit of fresher tires, but he's probably going to burn up that freshness just trying to get by these two in front of him.
So after pit stops, Colin Willems in the lead. He is out in front by 3 seconds over Cody Moore. That's another 2.8 seconds back to 3rd place, Eddie Morris. He's got a little battle right in front of him. He sees between Dustin Dean and Devin Butchinow.
Yep, and they are good to go from here on fuel. So if this race stays green, we are done on pit road.
Edward Manning making his way down on the pit road. Brian Merle Jr. is currently on pit road getting tires and fuel. And we are quickly approaching 25 laps to go. So last thing Colin Willems wants to see right now is the yellow to come out. Although Cody Moore and Eddie Morris would both love to see the yellow flag come out, as right behind Cody Moore is his teammate Derek Chaput, who is currently running back in the 9th position, and he is the first car 1 lap down.
Yeah, I don't know if the 52 wants a caution. The 52 wants this thing to go green. I think he's going to have just those couple extra laps of tires. I think he might be able to run down the 17. We'll see, but definitely wants a caution is that 8 and that 54.
Little battle here between Cheeseburger and Kraft. Kraft up on the high side. Cheeseburger making the move down on the low side. Move Lawrence up into the 7th position.
Yeah, Lawrence having a great run tonight.
Currently up 12 spots from where he started, up into the 7th position. The only driver who's made up more spots on track is the 99 of Austin Blaylock, currently running in 5th, up 13 positions from where he started. So if we had a Hard Charger award, it would go to the 99 of Austin Blaylock.
Let's make one up. Hard Charger award. There we go.
Can pay for a sponsor spot with that if
any sponsors looking out there to be a Hard Charger award go ahead and message Intensity Broadcasting or SCSRA, and we'll get talking to you and see what we can do.
There you go. Austin Blaylock, though, has a hard-charging Joe Wright right behind him. Joe's trying to take over that 5th spot. Joe did not have the run that he was hoping to have at Daytona. Currently sits 7th in points, but a good run here tonight would be just the momentum he needs to start this season off. How about this? Cody Moore putting down some laps. Last time by, Kyle Williams ran a, well, let's see what he runs this time as they come across the stripe. Kyle Williams ran a 31.75. Cody Moore ran a 31.61. The lap prior, Colin ran a 31.60 and Moore ran a 31.40. So Cody Moore running down that 17 machine.
Yeah, just those couple extra laps on those tires. Unfortunately, it looked like Colin got on and off pit road quicker just because he came out ahead, but I think Cody might have got on and off pit road just a little bit better. And now the tires are starting to fall off just a little bit more on that 17 than the 52, just because the freshness.
So on lap 82, Cody was a half second faster. 83, 0.3 faster. 84, 0.3 faster. That starts falling off a little bit. Last 2 laps, he was only a 10th faster on lap 85, and last time by, he was only 8/100ths faster. But he's battling with his teammate right now, trying to get around the 37 of Chaput. And that time by, Cody Moore was only 0.013 faster. So Cody Moore not quite gaining on the 17 as quickly as he was just a few laps ago.
I think it's going to go right back up. Going on the inside in turn 3 and 4 is definitely pretty rough. I could see him gaining back up to about at least another 1/10 of a second on this lap.
While that's going on, we've got a battle up here as Joe Wright is running down Austin Blaylock. Blaylock going around the lap truck of Jacob Alberg. He's also got the lap truck of Jake McCarty in front of him. McCarty runs back in the 12th position, had such a strong truck early in the race, but due to pit stop strategy, fortunately getting him stuck back in the back a lap down. And McCarty is the first truck one. Actually, take that back. McCarty. Nope, I take that back. Derek Chaput is the first truck 1 lap down. McCarty runs back in the 12th position. So Chaput, Butchino, Michael.
We might need to go back to the front. Cody Moore is on the back bumper. He's making a pass down on the low side.
Down into turn number 3, the 52 of Cody Moore. Side by side. He's got the pick there, the 23. Colin Williams is going to have to back out of it, and Cody Moore is going to take the lead. Now, right behind him, they've got David Wright as Colin Williams gives Cody Moore a little bump to the back bumper. David Wright is right back here as well. He is a couple laps down, but he is flying right now, trying to get a lap back. As you see, he's working now underneath the 17 of Colin Williams.
Yeah, he's got a lot fresher tires than anybody else. He is a rocket out there. Hopefully he can just scoot on by real quick, and we can get back to these 2 guys racing for that win.
And 84 is just on pit road on lap 80. You're seeing just what fresher tires can do.
20 to go.
20 to go is 19
It's actually 19 to go now.
Yep,
yeah.
19 to go as Cody Moore lets Dave Wright right on by. And Colin Williams starting to really fall off of the 52 machine.
Yeah, this is Cody Moore's race to lose at this point. I think Colin might have burned up his tires. 52 looks like he's just pulling away now.
Last time by, do you know who the fastest car on the track was, minus Dave Wright?
Maybe the 8?
The 8 of Eddie Morris. He is flying right now. Last time by, Cody Moore ran a 32.45. Williams ran a 32.50. Eddie ran a 32.30.
He's faster, but hopefully he's got enough time.
And that's what it's going to come down to. Is there enough time for Eddie Morris to run down Colin Williams and Cody Moore? It's one thing to catch him. It's another thing to get around him with just 17 laps to go. A
Yeah, the
yellow
field is
flag
so
is
spread out. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a yellow flag at this point. The field is just so spread out. This is just going to be sheer pace at this point.
I was going to say a yellow flag is what Eddie Morris is hoping for right now, trying to get himself back into contention. As we see Joe Wright trying to run down that 99, the 69 of Edward Manning making his way around Joe. That is not for position. That is just a battle on track. Brian Merle Jr. running down in the 00 of Alberg. This is for position. And Jr. is going to move himself up into the 15th position.
Looks like Eddie took another big chunk out of that lead.
Sure did. Just ran 0.3 of a second faster than your leader, Cody Moore.
I do not think he has enough time, though. That's just too much time. He might have waited just a little bit too long to come into the pits there. Yeah, it looked like he didn't really gain anything or gain anything at all on that last lap.
Well, here you go. You've got the lap difference, lap times between Cody Moore and Eddie Morris. And you're right, last time by, Eddie only gained 0.003. As they come across the line this time, let's see what the difference is. Cody's lap time is a 32:57. And Eddie Morris goes a little bit slower. Runs a 32:70, so I think Morris may have burnt up his tires just a little bit.
Yeah, he burned him up thinking he had a chance. But if a caution does come out, unlikely that it will. But if it does, everybody's got an extra set of tires in the pit. So it's just going to be not who stayed out. It's going to be who gets the best restart.
Well, you say everybody's got an extra set in the pits. I know one driver that does not. And that's the 54 of Jeffrey Belk. I believe he's used all 3 sets of tires, trying to keep himself up in that top 4. We know he pit early, took tires, then he pit again at the stage break, and I believe he took 4 tires then as well. So he's been on pit road 3 times. I believe he took tires every time. So.
I gotcha.
But still holding on to that 4th spot right now. He's 6 seconds up on 5th place Austin Blaylock. Joe Wright, though, and Blaylock, they have been trading lap times back and forth for the last 10 laps or so. So as Timothy Stubblefield makes his way down onto pit road. So Stubbs hits pit road and looks like he's going to take 4 tires and fuel. We'll have to talk to him if Brian Merle Jr. approved that paint job, because he is running a paint job that says the Barber Company.
Yeah, we'll have to double check with him and make sure that that was cleared by Junior.
Junior may not be the fastest barber in the league anymore.
He might not be. It's a tragedy.
10 laps to go. Cody Moore out in front of Colin Williams by 1.7 seconds. Eddie Morris 1.6 seconds behind Colin Williams. So Eddie may be able to chase down that 17 machine to take over the 2nd spot. I don't think he's going to have anything for Cody Moore.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have anything for Cody, but definitely think he's going to be able to catch Colin. Not sure if he's going to pass him. But even if they were to finish like this, I guarantee Ed will be very happy with 3rd place finish tonight.
That would extend his points lead, as Austin Blaylock has a mirror full of Joe Wright. Joe trying to break into the top 5 here tonight.
Yeah, those are teammates going at it, so we'll see how friendly they are.
Blaylock running that higher line, Joe down on the bottom. Blaylock able to get off the corner so much better than Wright, although Wright's able to get into the corner so much better on that low side. So it's kind of Pretty even between these two drivers. Last time by, lap times were almost identical, so. And that is the closest battle on the track.
The closest battle and a damn good one, I will say.
Yeah, these two have been trading lap times back and forth. As Cody Moore is coming through turns 3 and 4. I'm sorry. Coming through turns 1 and 2. Now Cody Moore is heading down into turns 3 and 4. And when he crosses the line this time, we'll have just 6 laps to go.
Yeah, 6 to go. Unless Cody Moore makes a huge mistake, we get a caution. This race is his.
Joe Wright right on the back bumper of Blaylock now. And taking a look down to the inside. Looks like a little bit of damage on the nose of that 82 machine. It doesn't look like it's slowing him down too much.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm slowing him down too much. He's trying to make the pass on the inside there. It's so hard, especially the older the tires get. It just gets that much more harder to try to pass on the inside.
Right, trying to make that move down into the corner again.
And we got 5 laps to go.
Just gonna take that back. Doesn't look like there's any damage to that 82. Just the way that Toyota nose is, it looks like it had a little bit of a crinkle to it, but looks pretty good from here as Joe drives down into turn number 1 again. This time he's just not able to close the gap on the 99. That time it looked like Blaylock was able to gap Joe by just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if Eddie's going to be able to catch Colin as well. He's also got a teammate in between him of David Chapu, so I don't think he's going to be able to get by him.
Well, coming across the line this time, we'll have just 3 laps to go for Cody Moore. Again, if once the white flag comes out, the yellow flag is put away. Let's see Cody really letting that truck hang out down into the corner.
Yeah, he must have been trying to slide it on in there and try to do the best Ken Block impersonation. Joe put up a $10 bounty who could drift it the best into the corner.
So you see Cody Moore here coming off of turn number 4, coming to 2 to go. And yeah, down into turn number 2, Cody was really letting it hang out there. And you see, yeah, there he is. Look at him turning to the right, down into the corner. So Cody really sliding that truck around into turn number 1. Not so much through turn 3 and 4. And turns 3 and 4 always seem to run just a little bit tighter than 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's sawing on that wheel quite a bit on the entrance to the quarter, trying to get it as loose as he can.
Down across the stripe, white flag is in the air. 1 more to go. We'll ride with Cody here as he goes down into turn number 1. See if we can get that thing completely sideways again. There it is. Not as much as previous laps as he's right there on that blue line. Making his way down the backstretch for the final time.
Pretty dominating performance tonight with a 52 and that 17. He was up there all night with him, but 52 is going to prevail and punch his ticket into the playoffs.
As he comes off of turn number 4, and you hear Cody Moore punches his ticket, gets the win here at Charlotte. Kyle Willems going to come home in 2nd. Eddie Morris across the stripe in 3rd. Jeffrey Belk is going to bring it home in 4th. And our final top 5 spot belongs to the 99 of Austin Blaylock as he makes his way across the line. And looks like Joe Wright might have some issues here because he's quite a bit off of where he was when we last saw him with Blaylock. But how about that? Cody Moore, again, punching his ticket here to the playoffs with a win at Charlotte.
Yeah, dominating performance, like I said. Great job for all the top three. It was definitely got really wild with that the stage coming out where it looked like some people thought everybody was gonna have to pit, and you just had I believe it was only three people that didn't have to pit, and everybody else thought you had to pit, and really just tossed a wrench in this race right from the get go.
So our three sit here on the front stretch, get their picture taken. Cody Moore is going to celebrate his victory here at Charlotte. While he makes his donuts here on the front stretch, let's take a look at the results. Again, you had your winner, Cody Moore, dominating fashion here tonight. Followed by Kyle Williams, Eddie Morris, Jeffrey Belk, and Austin Blaylock. Joe Wright brings it home in 6th. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence brings it home in the 7th spot. Jason Kraft, the rookie, back in 8th. Derek Chaput and Devin Buccino round out your top 10 as see Cody Moore doing that Polish victory lap. 11th was Michael Provolt. Jake McCarty back in 12th. Dustin Dean 13th. Zachary Cox back in 14th. And then Edward Manning back in 15th. Brian Merle Jr. 16th. 17th was Jacob Alberg. David Wright in 18th. Timothy Stubblefield in 19th. Brett Merle and David Hutzma round out the field here tonight as Cody Moore continues that Polish victory lap.
Yeah, unfortunately for Hoytsma, just really sucked for him. Had a great qualifying performance, and unfortunately, I'm not sure if he missed a shift and maybe blew the motor, and maybe that's why he just called it a night. But yeah, rough goes at it for him. Hopefully, he comes back next week and another good qualifying performance, and maybe he can turn it into a good race performance.
So let's talk to our top 3 here tonight, starting with your 3rd place finisher, Eddie Morris. Eddie, you got Josh and Nudie up in the booth. You got us?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Doing well, man. Great run for you here tonight. Looked like you might have had something there for those boys at the end. Unfortunately, just not enough time. And I know you were probably hoping for a yellow there at the end to try to get yourself the win here tonight. What could you have done differently, and what kind of strategy did you have out there tonight?
For the first run, man, I was just trying to save tires because everybody knows I can't save my right front, so that was pretty important to me. And then having a decent run, top 10 hopefully, and I don't really care for Charlotte. I tend to run pretty decent here, but I really don't. It's not one of my favorite tracks, so like if I can just get through it with a decent finish, it's a win in my book. So. But P3, man, we'll take it for sure. That second run, I had a little bit more left on my right front, so it told me I was saving a little bit too much, and I was gonna try to hope to get them on some pit strategy there, but I don't know what I was thinking, and I think I stayed out, lost too much time, and by the time I was catching them, there was just not enough time left. But man, the truck felt pretty good, so it was pretty fun.
Yeah, looking like you stayed out just a little bit too long, lost just a little bit too much time. Definitely think you might have had something for them. Great run tonight. But I got to ask you on that first run, did you guys know, or did you know that you'd be able to make it to the stage on fuel, or was that kind of a surprise to everyone?
I had an idea, like in our Discord, we were talking about it, so like I know Joe was turning his truck off, I was turning mine off and clutching it in the corners. And whenever we were able to go down pit road, I had 0.1 in my tank. So like I think I was sputtering before I even hit my box. So I mean, it was pretty close. And I don't know about that caution. I don't know. I thought it was a 40, not 41, but I don't know. It was close. It was close.
Yeah, it was an awesome job though. The three of you pretty much dominated the whole race between the three of you because of that early caution, or because of everybody pitting and you guys staying out. Did that change your strategy at all when it was kind of just between the three of you, or is that pretty much a strategy you were planning on doing the whole race?
I mean, pretty much, man. Like when I was starting to calculate the fuel and stuff, like my goal was to make it to two-stage. And if you look back, like I think I got by Colin and was running P2, and and I knew it was going to be close, so I started shutting the truck off and clutching it in the corners and stuff. And I ended up letting Colin back by, and I think Ziggy went by me for the stage there. But I figured if I could just give up a couple stage points there, it would be a lot better than just straight running out and not getting any at all. So got some decent stage points, got some decent points here, and I did stay out too long, but I think it was okay because I got to lead a lap and get that point there too. So
Well, able to get on the podium 2 weeks in a row, get the win last week, third place tonight. That's going to extend your points lead. So congratulations on that. Before we let you go, Eddie, anyone you want to thank? Any shots you got to give here tonight?
yeah, man, Intensity Broadcasting, the best broadcasters in the business. Shout out to my teammates at Cheeseless Crackers Motorsports, Joe, Dustin Dean, Austin Blaylock, Miss Nudie, because he's hanging out with you, so you get him. But hopefully he'll be there tomorrow, and we'll get our Nudie back. So we go to Iowa tomorrow, boys, in the Xfinity cars.
Oh, I'll be there. Don't you worry about that.
But yeah, man, Morris Customs, supplying the fresh paints here. I need to change mine. I've been running it the same, but oh well, it works. So yeah, man, that's about it. Everybody that lets me do this, and yeah, man.
A lot of wins with that paint.
Yeah, can't change it now, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Again, congratulations on the podium. Congratulations on your win last night as well. And
Appreciate it.
we look forward to seeing what the rest of the season holds for you.
Same, guys.
Have a great night.
You too, boy.
So that was your third place finisher, Eddie Morris. Let's bring in your second place finisher, the 17 of Colin Willems. Colin, you got Josh and Brian up in the booth. You got us?
I got you, fellas.
Man, what a run for you. For the whole Wasted Wages team, you guys were all running up there for a good portion of the race. Just fell a little short there at the end. Looks like Cody was able to save his tires a little bit better, or you burnt yours off. What happened there at the end, and do you think if a caution came out, you may have had something there for Cody?
Yeah, if yellow came out, I definitely had something for him. You guys know me; I'm not the greatest tire saver. So when I got out to that lead, I kind of just got a little bit complacent with my line and inadvertently burnt it up, thinking I was saving. And it wasn't until Cody started reeling me in that I realized what I was doing wrong. So yeah, I'm pretty disappointed, to be honest. I had a big lead on Cody after the pit cycle and literally just gave it away.
Yeah, he definitely you had that big lead coming out of there. I wasn't sure if you got that lead coming on and off pit road, or if it was just the tire differential, like when you came out on the pits. I think you had 3 laps with Cody not pitting until you came in, or until he came in after you came in.
I think it was 1, maybe 2 max. But yeah, like I said, that like the whole race, I was pretty much following Cody. So when I have someone setting the pace for me, trying to save tires, I do much better. But when I'm out left to my own devices, it can be dangerous sometimes for me. And tonight was one of those nights.
Yeah. Speaking of pace, also on that on that first stage, I talked to Eddie about it. Did you know that you were going to have to, or you were going to be able to make it to the stage on that tank of fuel? Did you have to change your pace up at all?
It's just stage racing, Nudie. We learned in practice that going balls out would be about 38 laps, and we had to get 40, 41 done. So me, Cody, and Derek just made the decision to just clutch it right from lap 1 anytime we were lifting in the corners, and it ended up being just enough. I think I pitted with half a lap left to fuel when we took it down pit road under the caution there.
Well, you're talking about saving tires there and burning them up. But there was a portion there where you and Devin Butchino were racing. He was trying to get his lap back. Do you think that could have hurt your tires there a little bit as well?
No, that was in the second stint when I still had Cody right with me. Like he wasn't pushing or I wasn't pulling away. So even though he was right behind me, even though I was in front of him, he was still kind of helping me set a pace. Which is subjective. It was much, much slower than my qualifying lap, I will say. So, I mean, I was off pace all race when you consider that. But no, I don't think so, to be honest. I think, like I said, when I got out there in that third stint by myself, I was kind of lost. So it sucks, but, I'm happy for Cody for winning. Obviously, anytime WWR can finish 1, too, and all of us finishing in the top 10, nothing to shake a stick at.
That's for sure. Well, before you let you go, Colin, anyone you want to thank, any shots you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank you guys up in the booth for doing a phenomenal job week in and week out. Looking forward to watching this one back tomorrow. I got to shout out my beautiful wife, Cassie, as always. All the admins for all the work that they do. Everybody at Waste of Wages, Cody, Chappie, and Will. I hope you're watching. Trying to make you proud still. Hope to see you again sometime soon. And I want to congratulate Eddie too on a big run. I know he often says that saving tires isn't really in his wheelhouse either, but at a race like this where it's super vital, happy for him for getting third.
Well, again, Colin, congrats on the runner-up position, and good luck the rest of the season out. We're excited to see what else you can do as the season rolls on.
I appreciate it, Josh. But I'm sure if Nudie was in the race, he would have finished second. So.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
Come on.
Have a great
We'll
night.
see you, boys. You too.
There it is. You knew it was coming. That was
So
your
rough.
second place finisher, Kyle Williams. Let's bring in your winner here tonight. The driver of the 52, Cody Moore. Cody, you got Josh up and Nudie up in the booth. You got us?
Hey, gotcha.
Man, great run for you here tonight. Able to save your tires there. Looks like you're doing a little bit of drifting there at the end of the run going into turn number 1. Was that kind of the key to the speed, was getting that back end hanging out? Or was that just something you're doing because you had such a lead and you're having a little fun?
No. I mean, I was trying it. But yeah, that wasn't kind of my normal line. I was just trying to get it loose in any way I could because it was a dump truck. It was not great driving, but yeah, I was just trying to do anything I can to use up the back tires more than the front.
Yeah, you did a great job today. I already kind of asked the other guys about the fuel run, but I'll ask you again. Did you know you're going to be able to make it to the stage?
No. Well, I kind of did, but it was weird because Jake was in front of me, so I didn't quite know what to do. And like when I went to pass him, he'd like pick it up and not let me pass. So I'm like, man, maybe this dude is saving. And then yeah, he pit, so it worked out. But yeah, the first stage, I mean, I clutched it probably 30 of the 40 laps.
Okay. At what point did you so with about 10 laps in, you realized that you were going to have to that you were going to try and make it to the stage?
No, it was 2 laps in. The max on race lap said like 31 laps, so I knew we were in trouble. So I started using my last lap and just making sure I had enough fuel. And yeah, it was frustrating clutching like that, but luckily it worked out.
I got you. Well, nice job. Congrats, man. That was a heck of a job, dominating performance, and awesome job.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
We had those pit stops come through here, and it really spread the field out and trapped a lot of guys a lap down. Were you kind of surprised at the way the pit strategy fell that way, that only 4 drivers were on the lead lap coming to the restart there?
After the stage?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't really know what was going on. I just saw a bunch of lap down people on the standings behind me, or actually beside me too. So I didn't really know what was going on. I felt bad though, because I like having competitive races and racing Devin. I saw Devin got trapped, but Eddie was up there the whole race, so it was good racing with him. But yeah, I'd like to race with more people.
Well, getting the victory here tonight punches your ticket to the postseason. Before we let you go, Cody, anyone you want to thank, any shout outs you got to give here tonight?
Always. First off, Josh, I want to thank you for giving Brian a chance and really, just finding it in your heart to just give let him do it, So I want to thank you, Brian. I want to thank you because you're doing a good job, buddy. I want to thank my wife, my beautiful wife, Maggie, my proxy wife, Cassie, up in Canada, watching from home. She's there for emotional support. I want to thank Papa Moore watching at home, my kids for letting me do this, all my Veritonians watching, all 1 or 2 of them. I want to thank everyone at Intensity Racing. Is that even a thing anymore? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I just want to thank everyone at the league. Nudie, you do a great job putting this on. I had a lot of fun. And yeah, looking forward to next week.
Well, we look forward to seeing what you can do next week as well. Good luck the rest of the season out. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Wow, a Cody Moore interview, and he didn't say Dustin Dean sucks once.
Yeah.
Well, we want to congratulate Cody one more time, Brian. Man, what a race that was. It came down to the end. Really didn't know what was going to happen. A lot of strategy playing out. Just a great run for a couple drivers and some drivers we don't usually see up front having some runs too.
Yeah, it was a great finish for a lot of the other guys that you normally wouldn't expect up there. Belk is definitely had a great finish tonight, especially the way his race started. I mean, I thought he was going to be laps down, going to be dead last, fighting to just stay more than or less than one multiple laps down, and was able to fight his way back and get a fourth place finish out of it.
Yeah, how about Belk? I mean, coming into the race here tonight, he was third in points, has another fourth place finish, got some stage points. He's having a great start to the season so far. Hopefully, he can keep that up.
Yeah, and another great finish too in the top 10. Jason Kraft, one of our rookies. So he was the highest finishing rookie in this one in 8th place. Great job for him. Yeah, just a great race all around, like you said.
Well, we look forward to seeing what tomorrow night brings as well as the Xfinity Series takes on Iowa Speedway. So join us right back here at Liatman. We will have the call for that one. Again, we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch. Don't forget to hit that like button, follow, and subscribe. It really does help us out. Check out our great partners over at Race EPI, The Butt Kicker, and IntensityBroadcasting.com. Brian, you got anything else to add before we sign off?
Nah, just congrats to Cody. Congrats to everybody on a great night of racing tonight. Sorry for the people that had the bad luck, and looking forward to tomorrow night at Iowa Speedway in the Xfinity Series.
For sure. So tune in right here on Intensity Broadcasting for that one. And as our boy Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over and out.